It really grinds my gears how some people treat our senior citizens. It's like common courtesy just flew out the window. Imagine going through your whole life treating your own elders with respect, listening to their stories and learning from their wisdom, only to find that when it's your turn, you get brushed aside. When you've lived a full life, seen and done so much, you'd think people would want to learn from you, but that's not always the case. It's tough when you feel invisible or disrespected. It can really wear a person down. Take my neighbor, Frank, for example. He's a veteran, a man who built his life on a foundation of mutual respect. He gave it and he got it. But these days things are different. The respect he was so accustomed to has all but vanished, and it's replaced by a constant feeling of being overlooked. He's got that classic "keep off my lawn" sign, and he means it. He's a private person and values his space. You'd think that would be simple enough to understand, right? Well, not for the neighborhood kids. They see that sign as a challenge. They know Frank doesn't like them trespassing, so they make it a game to push his buttons. They'll ride their bikes right over his flower beds or cut across his yard, sometimes even shouting things like, "What are you gonna do about it, old man?" It's a constant battle, and frankly, it's heartbreaking to watch. He's not asking for much, just a little peace and for his property to be left alone. One evening, one of the kids, Teddy, decided to take the game to the next level. He planned to sneak onto Frank's porch, knock on the door, and run away. Classic prank, right? But Frank had reached his breaking point. He had been noticing the kids getting bolder and decided to set up a little surprise. As Teddy tiptoed onto the porch, he didn't see the tripwire Frank had rigged near the welcome mat. Down he went, hitting his head on the wooden railing. Everything went black for Teddy. When Teddy finally came to, he was disoriented and terrified. He found himself lying on a strange table in Frank's dimly lit basement. His hands and feet were secured. As his eyes adjusted, he saw Frank standing in the corner, a grim expression on his face. "I see you've met my little friend," Frank said, his voice low. He gestured towards the contraption Teddy was strapped to. "I call him Cranky." Teddy's heart pounded in his chest. Cranky was an old, creaky wooden device. Frank explained that it was designed to stretch. He told Teddy that for every time he or his friends had disrespected him, for every flower they crushed, for every taunt they yelled, he was going to give the wheel a little turn. Frank felt a strange sense of satisfaction, like he was finally taking back the control he had lost. For him, this wasn't about being mean. It was about teaching a lesson that seemed impossible to teach with words alone. With each turn of the crank, a wave of discomfort washed over Teddy. The feeling was intense, a deep pulling sensation that made every muscle in his body scream. Frank wanted to make the experience memorable, a lesson that would stick. Back home, Teddy's family was starting to worry. They called his friends. Searched the neighborhood, but no one had seen him. They couldn't imagine where he could have gone. He might never be found. It just goes to show, you push someone far enough, you never know how they'll react. Sometimes when you get old and feel ignored, you don't just get sad, you get cranky. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. See you next time.